There is a decepticon.
That has made
It into the sector.
moved into the we that we have.
Activate.
Operation Decepticon.
Trey.
He will be used using his own words against him. This message will self-destruct right after reading.
The majority of things that I said on Armand Diggins' channel, I ain't gonna go there. But what I did at least a little bit paid for. You can read people for sale, but don't go below the belt.
Yeah.
Don't bring nobody's family into it.
Yeah.
Especially the dad and kids. Now, I will talk about people's husbands, okay, and their wives. Like, I'll talk about Tasha K's husband. You know what I'm saying? Because I have every
clicks and views, and we're not gonna even lie like we don't. But it's just certain things you just shouldn't do. However, Trey, you are aware of all the stuff she's done to people.
Exactly. I am so aware of all the bullshit she's done to people, and now she wants to play like victim. That's why I picked Tasha K and Tracy in the same category, because these two motherfuckers go on YouTube and display so much motherfucking lies, but when people get back on their ass, they want to play victim.
And that's facts.
I don't care what y'all think about me. I'm going to do me regardless. I'm going to say how I feel.
Well, Trey, listen, I want to be able to speak with you offline.
Okay. Well, are you on Instagram?
Yes, I'm on Instagram. And actually your phone number popped up. If you don't want me to use this one, I won't. But if it's okay, I could use this one.
You can call me on this number.
Okay, and I'll be calling you from a 708 number.
Okay, that's Chicago, right?
Yep. And y'all kept saying hang up on Trey. First of all, I was interested in what he had to say. Definitely karma.
I'm going to do me regardless. I'm going to say
I'm watching on the screen to see when it ends for y'all because it's a delay. Processing took so damn long, okay, that it was longer than that. And then the music, they was tripping off. I don't know why out of all the music I play, some songs, I don't know, YouTube be playing, they'll snatch your shit right offline. So I had to switch up some shit really quick. But the video, that one I'll upload on my backup channel. I'll probably upload on this one too. I don't really give a damn. But the processing took so long that I had to chop it up because there's another one. I wanted to give like some context to everything because there's another one where there's a compilation of him just literally playing Foursquare, jumping from platform to platform. And every time he's on somebody's platform, screen, you know, he'll big him up, and you know, like I said, even the dreadhead, everybody, even past everybody, so damn and then he'll lie. Oh, okay. And the other one, that it was longer than that, and then the music, they was, I don't know if y'all heard me, but he drags himself pretty much, and then, well, I'll put it in the tapes, but he also said that he was already monetized before he even met or talked to Tracy, which is a damn lie because she's the one who pushed him over to get him where he needed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is really sitting up here with his slow, delayed ass, making it seem like he just came into the sector and all y'all was on his nuts due to how beautiful he is. Hell no. No. It's a whole bunch of shit. I just let everything go because it was other interesting things going on. And like I said, you know, I only let go of him and have respect for him. No, let me take that back. I didn't have respect. I only let things go just because, you know, like I said, our sector queen was giving him a shot. But I just like to put the truth out there because I don't fuck with Cheetah Head. I don't mess with him like that. We I understand him, and you know, he doesn't mess with me, I don't mess with him. I could take light shade, you know. I ain't saying nobody can't talk about me, but the extra stuff I ain't here for. And he ain't did nothing to me. So, you know, I'm not gonna hide the truth. And even him was trying to be nice to Trey and trying to, you know, and Trey shitted on him a few times, and he still never really went in like he have on other people that really haven't done nothing to him. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was what was it? Last Friday? No, that was the party. So if this Friday was Christmas or the party, it was last Friday, not this Friday, not like the last Friday with the party. It was the Friday before last. I believe actually that same day he came onto your channel. He had come onto your channel. Yeah. I don't know, Lord. This month flew by so damn fast. A lot of the times too, like I said, I have to put it into a video, even though a lot of people don't like pre-recorded videos no more, and for some reason YouTube does not push them out as much. Like if I go live, if I stay on here for like, you know, 20 minutes or 10 minutes, I'll have like 100 something people in here just because they got the notification. But if I upload a video, it'll take like an hour for it to get like 100 views. I don't know why. I know when you're live, it's more interaction and stuff like that, but it go out the same way, and the same amount of notifications supposed to go out, because at the end of the day they only let you send out 3 notifications a day, whether it's upload or live. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. Even when you do a premiere, it'll get more views than an upload. So that's what I'm just gonna start doing. It was just getting real late tonight, so I didn't want to do a premiere, or I did not want to save it to my hard drive, because it's like the quality is like 2K, and if I would have did that, it would have took like another hour, and I did want some people to see it. So when I upload it, it'll be a lot more clear. The sound will be more clear. Y'all really be able to hear everything, and then I might add subtitles to it. But oh yeah, it's something else too. I mean, you know what? Let me play something else too. I don't want to add no footage to this, because it's something else that y'all can hear really quick. And matter of fact, y'all tell me. It's better if I do it like this. Y'all tell me what y'all think is on that tape, or who you guys hear on there. Just give me 1 second, and y'all tell me what y'all hear. Oh yeah. Plugging my hard drive in. Told y'all I had to get a hard drive for all these, and I'm still gathering them together for the end of the year best of that I was telling y'all about. Best clap back. Remember who faked they who had the best fake death? Was it Skillet or Mona? I'm not saying nothing. I mean, I'm not playing anything. I was going to I was over there. That's what made me start late too, because I was over there with everybody, with Kwani and them, you know, pissing him off, talking my shit. It was quiet because I wasn't saying nothing. I know, you know, what gets under his skin more is when he's getting talked about, but he's not getting the traffic. See, he wants the traffic. He doesn't care if you cussing him out. This dude is so deprived of attention and any kind of interaction with human that he will take it, even if it's you punching him in the face, as long as he is having contact. But see, everybody pretty much know what kind of shit he be on. So if everybody is listening to him in his stream, but they're not going to his channel, that irks the hell out of him. You saw him whispering, like, you don't even know if I'm going to. Like, bro, over there, Arena monologue, you don't even know. You guys are so dumb. I'm your little cunt. Hey, I just wanted to reach to the phone and body slam his ass when he was talking like that. Like, it just annoys the hell out of me. I know he be wanting a reaction, but it's just the fact that the nerve that he even has to be sitting his dirty ass over there all day watching everybody on all of his devices. I mean, anytime somebody just mentioned, you know, Kwani, I guess one of his phones light up, it take no time for him to be everywhere on YouTube. And yeah, I do believe that there's other people who be running these accounts with him. And some people on here, like him, think that if he can prove that out of all the troll accounts that he got, one person we get wrong, then it'll disprove the rest of the other shit. Meaning, like, let's just say that we find out that one of the troll accounts is ran by a girl or somebody that's not him. He thinks that that will disprove everything else, and it won't, because at the end of the day, they all come from the same place, all same intention. So I don't give a damn if Munch Bar called in today, and I don't give a damn. It's still Jason, okay? It's still him. And I don't even believe that was, like last time, I just think he had somebody call in because we didn't really ask her anything that would be time sensitive that somebody like a subscriber who's been watching would know. And then it took her 45 minutes to call in because he had to go through his phone book. And then when somebody finally did pick up, because don't nobody pick up when he called, he had to get him a quick, you know, rundown of what the hell was going on. Okay, her name is Tracy. Tina? No, Tracy. Tracy. That's her name. Okay? That's her name. And she calls everybody Chopper. Like, you know, a little quick shit. But we didn't really grill her like we could have. And it was to be quite honest, there's no convincing me that it's not him. I was just trying to figure out who did he have call in, and is that lovely lady, because that's another, and she's another one that y'all really don't know about, but she's the one that now I know what she sound like. She's lovely lady is the one that used to go into his live streams. Because at one point in time, a couple weeks ago, they was feeling bold enough to start, you know, he started having his little roaches come together, and they started to set up posts and do live streams. But of course, they scary asses did not show their face. However, They was just as crazy. Y'all, we have to watch out because there are other Jasons that are just as crazy as him in our sector. Other non-black people who are obsessed with, you know, I don't know, Black Peen and, you know, Kwani's kitty cat. Because that lovely lady, she knew everything about the women in this sector. Everything. And it was crazy how much information that she knew. And she did that same thing like, oh, you know, I came into this sector when I was going through something. I was alcoholic because my husband had just left me, and I was just getting abused, and I felt, because, you know, they gotta somehow make a spin on why the hell they over here, because they gonna sit up here and claim about how low we are and this, that, and the other, but yet they don't miss a damn thing. They catch up with more than the content creators. Like, I don't even know a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the past couple of days because I just haven't been, you know, around like I usually have been. However, though, she's not even a content creator. Claim to hate us, but know every goddamn thing. Know what family is coming. She be knowing all the backstories more than the content creators who be coming in here. But she knew everything, and she was saying how, because at the end they got to pick themselves up and make it seem like they're better than us. She was like, oh yeah, but I'm not with him anymore. I left him, and I'm not drinking anymore. And everybody was probably thinking, well, why the hell are you still over here? And she goes, but it was just... And Jason gave her an excuse. He was like, it's the abuse, huh? It's the addiction to abuse, huh? She's like, yeah, I'm just addicted to the abuse, and how I'm so used to it that I just find myself coming back, you know. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was just like, man, they always got an excuse on why the hell they over here. They would literally cut our skin off and wear it if they could. And then there was this other weird guy, you know, he was in the shadows too. Another one that was, oh, Jason, I look up to you. He had to have hired these people off Craigslist or something, now that I think about it. And, you know, as I was saying on Tracy's live earlier, I can understand why most people, when we talk about it, or when I bring it up, I can see some of them like, man, I don't, like, they just either don't believe it or they think that I'm overreacting, because you don't even have to be smart. You could be smart and miss this stuff, because even me, when I first, you know, got over here, I was thinking like, okay, nobody is this dedicated, and nobody is this obsessive, and nobody has this much time to be harassing people that they, you know, ain't even got, you ain't even fucked them or anything. Like, you know, you can't be just obsessed over YouTube. But trust me, it is. Okay? And the guy is so twisted that he has to tell on himself. He has to, you know, he can't never, that's how he get busted out most of the time in all these troll accounts, because he can't just sit there and watch. He has to interact and touch you. He's one of those people, like, if he breaks like the law or crime, he gonna get caught, because he gonna keep coming back to the crime scene. This nigga gonna keep coming back every day, acting like he just walking by or something, to where he's gonna stand out. You know, the cops gonna be looking like it ain't that much. You know, it ain't that much motherfucking coffee in that shot for him to be coming every 5 seconds. That's just how he is. And he is obsessed. And he is obsessed with Lioness of Judah, because why do you think out of all the people, when he did that fake interview, why do you think he picked her? And see, what happened was, with that interview, that's why he won't go live anymore, because he was getting so antsy with wanting to dispel rumors, or wanting to be, you know, wanting to interact in like real life. He had not tried out that plan yet that he did, and he saw that it's going to be impossible for him to get an interview or to be questioned without him actually being on the phone. Because what he tried to do was get somebody else to speak for him. And in his head, he thinking like, okay, I'm sitting right here. So if they ask you something that you don't know, I'm right here. You'll just mute it and I'll, tell you real quick. But then he realized that after really quick, a normal person don't take that long answering questions. It's not like every time you ask somebody a question, they got to take like a 30 or a 1 minute pause. It just, maybe once, maybe twice. But after a couple minutes, he realized like that ain't gonna work. So then he tried to use, I don't even think he had a voice box or monitor thing, like a voice changer. I don't think he had one of those. I think he was just banking on old girl to speak for him. And then what I think he tried to do was he tried to talk through like a speaker, basically like try to get like a speaker or record his voice on a phone. But then he basically tried to hold the phone away from the real phone, the microphone, and talk in that phone, and was hoping that the distance would muffle his voice. But then that didn't work. So then he just started, BSing for the rest of the interview. But after that, he's never been back live again. And if anybody, okay, was that upset and wanted to be a part of the in crowd, and they got tired of people accusing them of all these different things, they would just go on and prove themselves. You do not have to, how do I say this? He did not have to show his face to prove himself. He just had to get on the phone. But see, he knows that if he gets on the phone, we can recognize his voice. And he's such a creep that even if he used the voice changer, he knows that we would pick up on his speech pattern. You know what I'm saying? That's why he is so upset with me and Kwani and Tracy, because we won't let him. He'd been doing this for a long time, even before this particular sector got here. But the fact that we won't let him do whatever and we busted him out, that pisses him off. And also the fact of he thinks he's so smart than everybody that if you don't see him doing something, he does not like to operate off of like, how do I say this? He's the only one that wants to be able to be circumstantial when it comes to talking about things. When everything is circumstantial. Everything is circumstantial. Nobody is ever, when we're talking about stuff, it's very rarely that it's first-hand information. But that doesn't make it not true. So with the whole wrench thing, he in his head, and it does kind of work like that, but in his head he feel like he gonna continue to deny being the wrench unless we catch him or we show a picture of him actually, like, because let me tell you something, there is no physical way, unless I was, broke into his house and stole his phone and, opened up YouTube and then clicked accounts and then took a picture of that with him in the same camp. There's no way to prove he is the wrench other than the circumstantial evidence. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's no way. And he's banking on that. And it works to a certain extent because a lot of y'all still be trying to pretend like, well, I said I wasn't going to give anybody like any kind of, slack or shit for not knowing, because I like to find out stuff for myself too. But by now though, people are just ignoring shit. They're just ignoring it. They're just ignoring it. And then to me, it really is a big reflection on you based off of who you let around you. Yes, a lot of us have private lives. Hell, some of y'all in my chat might now be serial killers, but I don't know that. If I knew that, once I know, I'm accountable for who I let around me and in my circle, because regardless of what you think, that is a reflection of you to a certain extent, especially to people who are looking in that don't know you personally enough to be like, okay, well, I know Mystery Van well enough to know that even if that is a killer or a racist or some pedophile in his chat, that has nothing to do with him. However, if somebody don't know me that well and they just looking for whatever reason, investigating anything, and they know that this fool is a pedophile or something like that, and they always see him in my chat, especially if the information is open and everybody has access to it and it's not a secret. If he sees them in my chat, then that's going to make them question me. Like, well, why the hell is this pedophile, which is known by everybody, on the sex offender list, blah, 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 why is he always kicking it in this guy's chat? Because it's not like it's a secret. You know what I mean? We never know who is watching us or what the circumstance might be. But I've noticed that unless people don't want to believe something, they want to see the smoking gun. And like I said, I get that to a certain extent, but every day in our life, we don't see God, but we know He there. We don't see the sun when it goes up and down, but based off of evidence, science, and what we've been told, we know that the sun leaves us every day. And, you know, you do got those weird flat earth people out there that are like, no, we don't know because we never saw it. Like, you know, that bullshit. However, though, the point I'm trying to make is, with everything, in most cases, in court and everything, it's circumstantial evidence, meaning we have all the pieces. We got the gun, we got the bloody towel, we got the condom, all that. Now, we may not have seen you when you pulled the trigger, but we got your fingerprints, we got the t-shirt, and we got everything else. And of course, the lawyer's going to argue, well, there's a way that can be explained, which it could be, but what's more likely, though? Now, with the wrench, which Jason's always talking about, the wrench is always popping up wherever he, you know, come on now. By now, especially if y'all saw any of the lives this weekend, not this weekend, but during the week, during what has to do with Christmas, if y'all didn't see, and he's so cocky with it and thinking that y'all are dumb, okay, that he don't even change his motto, his stilo. You know, just like when he was in ZT's chat last week, I knew that once the wrench popped up and ZT had spoke back to the wrench and did not denounce him and say get out, I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before all them other little pages start popping up. And sure enough, not only did that happen, but he made it worse by saying, oh, I don't have a problem with Jason. See, when he said that, Jason, what happens? Pops up 2 seconds later, like, hi. Like, making it seem like the wrench left the room and drove over to his house and called him or something and was like, hey, do you know ZT, you know? And that's what I mean by circumstantial. Like, there are people in that room that will just be like, oh, that's a coincidence. Get the hell out of here. Again, another coincidence? Come on now. How is that every single time? And see, Jason really does not show himself in his regular page. He did tonight too in Joyce's chat because I kept blocking him because he wanted to speak. He always wants to come to a platform and take over, just like when he calls into Mrs. Nicole's show. He just wants to go and put himself in front of anywhere there's a lot of people at and try and convince them to come to his channel. He's always like, well, you can come to my channel. And don't nobody want to come over there. You probably won't even see them again. Take your ass over there if you want. And that'd be the last time you go anywhere. Dude is a weirdo. And the whole funny thing is, it's just little stuff that y'all don't pay attention to, but y'all go, it's a coincidence. Everybody that Jason does not like who he don't like, the wrench start making videos about them. Y'all don't be putting two and two together. Y'all just be thinking like, oh, this is a coincidence. It's not. And going by Jason's narrative and his logic and story, he just met the wrench when he popped up in September. And that's another video that I'm going to show for the best of this year. Because he came, what really introduced him or made him comfortable was when he was on that damn panel on Jay Wilson channel. And then Jay Wilson did not denounce him. Now y'all see him go off about everybody else who come on his channel and say this and cuss and whatever. But he let this fool come on there, drag all the women on his panel, come for all the women in this sector, then came for all the black people. While he's defending him, Jay Wilson's just backing him up, giving him excuse after excuse, only for him to not get kicked off of the show, but call everybody a nigga throw up the middle finger, and then in the StreamYard, and left all them there with their face on the ground. And once he did that and saw that Jada was taking up for him, that is when he felt confident enough to, well, I wouldn't even say be a part of it, but reveal himself, because he was always here posing as the wrench and as that puppet who was making fun of Tracy and the other content creators. And yeah, that's another thing too. I know a lot of people like to be like, oh, there's more than one. If this is the real wrench, or listen, goddamn it, because that is one of the things that irritates the shit out of me. Listen, I am not saying that there have not in the past been other people who have made a troll page saying the wrench, but they've only done that literally for a specific reason, meaning maybe they were beefing with a person at the time, or they were trying to shake a situation up, and they did it, but they only did it for that one time, that one moment. They're not consistently, there's not, you know, they're not being consistently him. It's all the same, okay? So, and Wrench, he does that. Jason does that to try and throw people off. He knows people are going to be like, oh, are you the good wrench or the bad? Nigga, they all the same, okay? It's the same. The original wrench, it's him. 98% of the time, it's him. And his little crew, but it's him. It ain't no 7 different, because I know a lot of y'all like to throw that at like German lady, you know. And, nah, no, it's him, okay? It's him. Anybody that come from that channel is Jason. He sit up there and brainwash people and try and reteach them and literally play this weird demonic music to hypnotize you that sound like computers and shit talking to each other. Is so much that I stopped mentioning it or talking about it to other people, because listening to myself from the outside in, sometimes I'll be like, I sound crazy. Not that I believe myself any less, but I just realized that there's no point for me to continue to repeat or whatever. All I'll do is from here on out, I told myself was, I will point them out. And whatever people do, it's on them. Like when Rita and her chat the other day, when that whole thing happened with the email and Miss Pizarro and everything, and I had been there from the beginning, because Rita had been trying to do her thing, and when somebody's trying to do right, I don't care what they have done in the past, unless you're Jason. You could die. I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to drag you down or keep reminding you of what you did do, because what's the point of changing if somebody's going to constantly tell you or remind you about some shit that you're trying to, you know, whatever. So when I saw what was going on, and then I realized that he was in her chat, and he was literally like start making up different, you know, lies about different content creators, but everything he made up was to trigger Rita, okay? Meaning, that's another thing. He watches all of us and knows what would piss everybody off, okay? Like a fucking, like I swear, this dude, he can't be no CEO or no boss or nothing. I believe that's a lie or something, because he even said tonight how he spent 12 hours editing that tape of all of Kwani's content and putting it in a loop. Come on now, like 10 to 12 hours just for you to upload it and listen to it back to back, talking about it's making you scared and you're a victim and blah 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 blah. But yet you continue to, he just tries to justify by going, but even though I'm scared and even though I'm being threatened, it's a train wreck that I have to watch. Like he's just unaccountable for continuing to follow this lady around because he has to watch it. It's like a train wreck. That's his justification. So he has to stalk his stalker, still wants to keep the victim card, but proceed to harass and provoke her because he can't stop. Now tell me, like, what the hell? And he's so into this whole trying to make it seem like a victim that he'll be acting like he calling her job or the cops or something. But what he really is doing is like calling the goddamn AT&T customer service or calling, you know, a laundromat. And what he'll do is he will call somebody, you know, an operator, and speak with them and be like, oh, does this person work there? You know, very general stuff to where he'll get so far in the conversation with them, but then he'll edit out any kind of key identifiers. Like if he slips and say laundromat, he'll cut that out and then upload the conversation and tell y'all and set the groundwork to be like, oh yeah, I called the cops. But then really be talking to, like I said, you know, Walmart customer service. Because one, that's what he's been doing. And when Kwani busted him out for having them come to his house and made him look like a little biatch, he was just saying, oh, I didn't even really, you know, call, or I didn't even really call that many times, and I just did it once. And yeah, but that's not what you was saying for the past week and a half when you was trying to call yourself threatening people and to let you into their life and not, you know, no. I saw him this weekend tell somebody, I don't remember what it was, but then he gonna write, well, stop blocking me. I don't know if it was somebody, because they were asking him, like, you know, about all his channels. And he was like, well, stop blocking me. Basically like saying, well, just lay down and take it. If you would stop blocking me, then you won't have to worry about me messing with you. And that irritated me, even though he wasn't talking to me, because I'm like, no, motherfucker, you're going to fall back and you're going to leave me the fuck alone. It ain't no one or the other. Either you're going to let me be in your chat or I'm going to continue to harass you. No, bitch. I'm going to get you up off of me and you're going to leave me the fuck alone if it's the last thing I do. And some people, it only takes another person to get the word out. Because don't get it twisted. I have been talking about this dude from the jump. Now, Joy spoke on it today because she saw what he tried to do or did to Kwani. And she was saying, like, why don't people stand up? Why are we allowing this and stuff? And I'm like, sweetie, nobody is allowing anything. You know? It's just that some people choose to speak on it, some don't. You know, she is right now. She spoke on it. I'm glad, you know. But it's not, trust me, it ain't that. It ain't that. A lot of people are scared or they just don't want to have to deal with the headache of, you know, is he going to be in my fucking bushes? And I ain't talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about in real life, like outside your house, you know, in your bushes looking through your window. You know, they don't want to have to deal with that. And I understand that too. You know, however, that would be a dream come true if I can look outside my window and actually catch his little short, scrawny ass in person. You know? That's all he does is harass, provoke, and then think that the minute you say something back, he's a victim. He loves playing this victim card. Because to be honest, everybody who is on his head right now are doing it out of last resort. You know, like even Kwani. He keep trying to play this victim role, but Kwani finally, you know, stood up for herself after, you know, being since the panel since September. That's what kind of popped this all off. When Kwani called into the panel. And then he was, you know, basically degrading her and the black people. I won't even repeat the stuff that he was saying. But he said it, and he was saying it in front of Jay Wilson. And then that's when Jay Wilson agreed with him. And that's what made him really feel like, oh, okay. So, you know, I got him to agree. Because in his head, if he got black people that follow him or agree with him, everything he do is justified. That's his favorite thing. Well, I got black people working for me. He even said it in his live. Do you know how many black people? He was like, do you know how many black people I have working for me and following me? And pretty soon I'll have more. And you guys are going down. I was like, dude, this nigga is like really in there living out and practicing a real life thriller movie. I just saw that. I'm like, notice only the chat is being highlighted. I don't know what that means, but I don't, you know, you don't. I've never seen you around before, and I just in my chat, I ain't never seen you on these streets before. And like I said too, yeah, it's more than him over there. I'm pretty sure Wolverine. Well, I am sure Wolverine be over there, and don't forget Wolverine patterns and behaviors. He was with that for troll shit and that persistent, you know. If you block me, I'm gonna come back. Right? You know, they don't even care that people will notice. Like, bro, I just blocked you. I don't care if you come back, you know, as Teresa or you know, hair comb. Like, I know that it's you. You just think we stupid. Like, if I blocked you because you know, calling me all kind of whores, and then you appear 1 second later named Matthew, but you calling me a whore, you don't think I'm gonna be like, okay, nobody else was calling me a whore until you came around. Now I'm supposed to believe that you somebody else? It don't make no sense. And Jason does that too with his troll names. It's always something black, like, you know, Keisha's hair pick or Rodney's piece of chicken. You know, black girl magic. Like, he always is telltale shit. He got me the other day in Miss Nicole chat. Well, no, he didn't. Never mind. He didn't get me. But when I be in Miss Nicole chat, I be seeing his troll accounts coming there. Y'all, if y'all be in Miss Nicole chat in the morning, that's like a routine. Because she be, if y'all need to laugh in the morning, go check out Miss Nicole. Because she be dragging. And it be good early in the morning, right when you getting up. But anyway, because he got an alert on all of us, he be, you know, in there too. And I can always spot him right when he come in. And I'll always, like, you know, point him out. So it was his account that came in there a couple days ago. It was named Black Girl something. And it's another thing. I don't want to give up all of my techniques on why I be known as him, because all he does is just change his ways. So some things I won't tell y'all, because there's other, when I be telling y'all stuff, I'm always right. Okay, I never put stuff out there unless I know that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, which I rarely have been, okay, when it comes to this stuff, I will definitely make it a point to clear it up. Not just tell a few people, but I'll get on my channel and retract it. However, though, I'm not wrong when it comes to that stuff. It's other ways that I have been able to find out what I need to find out, but I won't put it out there just because I don't want him to be able to change his ways or block, you know, my technique. And then I just like to make him sweat too, you know, because he thinks that if we're not on here like he is, telling him our every move, that we're not doing anything or that we're bluffing. And it's like, no, it's not that we're bluffing. It's just A, we're building up a vendetta in the case. B, you know, the way that everything works, unfortunately, is basically everything we're doing is for documentation, because until somebody gets popped, authorities really don't want to do anything. So most of the things that I do is for documentation. And then a lot of times too, the other few times where you have had to, or me or whatever, had to deal with face-to-face authority, letting them know, they hear it and they're, you know, they'll tell you straight up like, well, we really can't do too much. But far as on a sidebar conversation off the script, they've all said that this nigga is crazy and to continue to document everything that he's doing. And I'm not the type of person to lie, okay? Even though he's done way more than we have to put me in that position that he does. When he calls and, you know, you say one thing to him and he's like, oh my God, I'm so scared, I'm threatened, I'm shaking in my boots, I've had to put a couch in front of my door. Like, he does all that, right? And all you got to do is just say, you know, back the fuck up off me. And he'll swear to God that you waved a gun in front of everybody. We ain't even got to do all that. But what he has done, I can. But I'm not the type of nigga that's going to say, oh, I'm scared for my life. No, because I'm not. I'm not threatened, intimidated, or none of that. I'm not scared or anything. So I'm not going to take it that far. Even though I bet you if I did, though, just to get them to do a checkup or to come out, once they did do a checkup or come out, I'm pretty sure they would find something. Or if I, you know, showed them some of the things that I did have, or if they talked, or if they communicated with the different, you know, what do you call them? There's different kind of authorities and stuff like that, but they all don't communicate with each other. But if I did one day wake up and just really wanted to get the ball going, I could. But I don't weaponize, you know, the cops or any of our agencies if I don't need them. I'm not. I can protect myself. I'm not scared or moved easy. And like I said, I'm not the kind of person like some of these people, white people in general, but especially this fool over here, is to weaponize the cops. I don't do stuff like that. Oh, hey, Seven. Hey, boo. But he took it way too far. I was going to say something. Well, I did last week when he was doing that shit to Kwani, but when I saw him super chat that money to Rita, he was that dedicated. That, oh my God, to get, like, he was feeding so much like an energy vampire off of her, what am I going to call it? After her dark moment she was having, right? That he just kept turning up the gas, putting more troll accounts in there. I mean, this is starting to take energy. Like, I could see him in there, like, you know, having to pick up this phone, type, pick up this phone, type, pick up this phone, type, log in, because this person this account got blocked. Let me hurry up before she starts to realize, you know. And she's listening, and, you know, I was upset with her because she's a grown woman, and a lot of people were like, oh, she's stupid, she's no, she's not. Okay, for whatever reason, which is not about her, she was choosing to, or using them as an excuse, as a reason to not have to focus on what really was going on. So stop calling her stupid and slow and dumb, because that's more of an insult. I'd rather accept the fact that she was lying or that she did not want to be bothered than to call her stupid, because she's not dumb, she's not stupid. Okay, she does not have to communicate or talk the way that y'all would like her to think that she's on, you know, y'all level, which half of y'all, especially on YouTube, a lot of y'all talk and present well, but be dumb as a box of rocks. So stop trying to put people in the stupid box, because a lot of y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. And I'm just gonna keep it 100. I don't give a damn how clear y'all talk, because half y'all niggas is claiming y'all so smart, but be in the wrench comments and in his chat and all that other shit, talking about, well, I don't know it. Dumb as fuck. So anyway, but yeah, when she finally was about to pull away and get away from the mess and go to, you know, cut the chat off and go see what was going on, what they do, use a weakness. They hung money in front of her face. And that's when I lost it. I had to leave the chat, because one, I was mad at her, like I said, but two, I'm like, there's no benefit in what you're doing by lying to her about people, like playing on her, you know, I won't say paranoia, but playing on her situation and her emotions, telling her that people are coming for her and talking about her. Shit to us that is like, okay, whatever, but if you're in a dark spot and it really does seem like everyone is against you, it can make you react. And like I said, the only benefit he was getting from that was seeing her not talk to anybody that would shake her or snap her into a better mindset, which is sick as fuck to me. And that shit turns my fucking stomach, knowing that now, we've already known it, but now you show me that you just here to cause mayhem and to play off, you know, if won't nobody accept your bitch ass, then you about to cause hell in everybody else's life. Just like right now, how you would call yourself whispering, talking to like a serial killer, like a bitch scared of you. You know what I mean? Like, it. And then last night in Rico's chat, when he was breaking down and which we were trying to stop, and I'm not the kind of person that's like sitting in somebody's chat every night, like, oh, please don't kill your... no, but last night, you know, Rico was really going through something. And the worse it got, next thing you know, I don't know if, like I say, this nigga got Google Alerts set up on his phone. They just start swarming the chat, like, you know, telling him oh, you know, you crying and shit and all that, but you basically saying like, you know, you're a little bitch for crying. Life is hard and I got problems too, so why should we care? And, you know, telling him after he already got his channel messed up and he crying and, oh, can you take your clothes off? And just little stupid shit. Making up shit. Obviously starting to talk about Tracy. Tracy wasn't even there. And the more and more, because it was only like maybe 3 or 4 people in there that was trying to support him. Now we're trying to fight back against the people, the trolls and stuff. And once again, I know we're all adults. All you have to do is ignore it. But if it was that easy, then Rico wouldn't even be on that live. Sometimes people are not as strong, or people have human weak moments. Because I all the time, when I hear some content creators be complaining about trolls and, oh, I'm about to delete my page because people keep I always be like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I stopped reading comments like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And I have a way bigger platform. I've been stopped. Hell, now I can, because I tried. That's the whole thing about the channel, for me to be more intimate. But for the most part, if it's not a supporter, I don't read the comments. I will only respond to people that I know I've seen around. Even if you just come around for like one time, I might not respond unless I catch it, just because I don't know, you know. But regardless of what, I would never let that affect my personal life, you know. But then again, I can remember before I stopped reading the comments, because it had to be a reason why I stopped, right? Because it affected me somehow. Now, maybe not to kill myself, but it would irritate me. It would make me like fighting mad because somebody was, you know, saying some off the wall shit out the side of their mouth that I know in real life they wouldn't say it. And then now I'm sitting up here knowing that I can't do nothing about it, and I have all this now misplaced anger that I cannot put anywhere, because in real life you would have been able to handle it somehow. Now I'm just, you know, just stuck. So I stopped reading comments a long time ago, but it still affected me somehow, so it affects people differently, you know. And like I said, just like how he did Rita, he did Rico last night and swarmed him, you know. And then you start to think, like, you're not thinking in that moment, okay, this is just one miserable person sitting in a fucking igloo all the way in New Mexico with, you know, a house full of dogs, okay, with sheets over their windows and crack and meth pipes all over my floor. Nobody's thinking that, you know. In that set, they're probably thinking like, oh my God, you know, not only have to deal with my auntie dying and this, but I got all these people in my chat telling me to die and this, that, and the other, not knowing it's just one person. And I'm just saying that to say, like, what is he getting out of that besides seeing this man break down and cry and hurt? You gotta be a sick fuck to be feeding off that energy. It's sick. And that shit is just, I had to leave his chat too, because I couldn't. I just couldn't. It was no. Yeah, when you had left, I didn't even know you had left, because I was like screaming, I'm about to cuss you. I was like, Carrie, what the hell? Because as soon as you left, and that's another thing too, that dedicated, they watch and know when people are leaving, or they'll wait for a moderator to say, be right back, or some shit like that. That's dedication. That's dedication. You know what? And she too, she was on her channel, because it's something so dark about her. And it's so funny, because when I first saw her and met her, not in real life, but like, you know, I thought like another person who presented herself really well and smart. And that's not to say she's dumb or anything, because people could be dumb in different shit. You know, you could be book smart, no common sense, and you could have a lot of street smarts and be books dumb, and, you know, all different combinations. You could be smart everywhere else but dumb in life, dumb in relationships, whatever, okay? So she falls into one of them categories. But now, though, you know, that we have hindsight and everything, it's something so dark that I don't even go into her chat. I go in there every once in a while, because when I get in there, I feel like I'm doing something or I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, which is really weird. And let me tell you something. I don't have no frets by saying I watch old stalker dude because I need to know what the hell's going on. Because if y'all heard him today, he's a school shooter. I need to watch him. I'm not going to just, like everybody, just ignore. No, you see when they ignore those little white boys in school who do the same thing, and what happened? They think they about to go to lunch break, and next thing you know, somebody coming through the hallway with a machine gun. That's not about to happen to me. That's why you don't see black people in horror movies, because we don't overlook shit. We don't ignore nothing, okay? We always are aware of what the fuck is going on, and if it even feel wrong, we gone. That's what it is. So I don't even feel that way when I go, I just see weakness and jealousy and all that shit on his page. But with her, it's something dark. And I don't know if it's because she can sit up there and not give a shit about what she's doing and how it looks, because I don't know, it's just weird. And she goes out of her way, for somebody that claims to be neutral and on everybody's side. She goes out of her way, though, to make sure that she is, over there with him. And sometimes he can go live like 5, 6, 7 times out, and she will try her best, to always be over there. I don't get that. I just don't get it. And to defend him, because now I've seen her in, somebody probably saw it today. There was a thumbnail. Where was it at? When you do StreamYard and the comments post at the bottom, but if you do StreamYard, you know how if you don't make your own thumbnail, YouTube will pick one out of your video. And they always pick, YouTube, I don't know what kind of algorithm they have, but they're always picking a thumbnail that probably should not, out of all the whole, you have a 5-hour video, and they pick that one thumbnail, where you was picking in your nose or something. But the thumbnail had a screenshot or a comment of her where she was defending him, saying he never said, and he did when he called Nicole Tyler a nigger bitch. She was like, he never called anybody a nigger bitch, with exclamation points. And that's like the 3rd time she done said that. Okay, and that first time I'm like, well, maybe you wasn't there that one night, but he definitely said it. But now I'm realizing that no, she just, a part of that shit. And her whole reasoning for claiming that is because she supports him because she's not a follower, right? And we already talked about that on my channel before, about being a follower versus general consensus and fucking common sense. Now, the people who will always have to do the opposite of what the crowd is doing does not make you an individual. Don't forget, if everybody is saying something or doing something, it's still a reason behind it. Even if you don't find out what the reasoning is, nobody's telling you to just fall in line. When you see everybody doing something, just fall in line. No, but find out why everybody is running one direction. And since you are such an individual, you run right into, the goddamn fire or the goddamn shootout. You're like, oh, I see everybody running this way. They're followers. Let me run this way. Pop, pop, pop. Like, stupid. But yeah, that was her whole thing. She's not a follower. That was her. That was annoying. Like when all this kind of started bubbling up. This was way back in September during the summer when Seven and Nicole Tyler and Tracy were doing like those little not panels, but little StreamYard lives. And this is when Jason really was starting to, whatever. And I remember, because I don't say her name, but Uncle Tamisha was saying how Seven used to be her favorite content creator, but she's starting to pull back from Seven because Seven is with that follower shit. And what she was talking about was because that's when whatever Jason had did something and Seven called him out for it. And she was trying to make it seem like Seven is jumping on this Jason hate bandwagon. But it's like, no. And number two, if you know somebody's like, that's my whole thing. If you're going to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, so that means that if everybody is hating the KKK, you're going to go and join it because everybody else is hating it. It has to be some kind of deep-rooted issue, because ain't nobody that pressed or, you know, to be looked at as an individual. But then she slipped up the other day and she said something that made me think, because in my head I'm like, do she date a white guy? And is she one of those black people that, you know, I don't know, hate being black or hate the way she looked? Because that's what I was thinking. And I'm not very simple-minded, because people say that about me and it's furthest from the truth. I'm probably more conscious and more pro-black than the pro-black people. And I also am in an interracial relationship. But not one time did I not want to be black, hated my blackness, or am uncultured, or I ain't gotta explain myself. So I was like, you know, but then I was just thinking, no. But then I heard her say to the other day, she was talking about Kwani, and I guess she doxed Kwani or something. However it is, she got some information on Kwani. But I be like, everybody got Kwani information by now, okay? Girl, you ain't. I think she just somehow got the same information everybody else did, trying to make it seem like she got people's, because she's very quick to denounce certain things. Like, well, let me get back to what I was saying, because, you know, I'll go in tangents. She was in the chat and she was just saying, like, talking about Kwani and how she's tired of Kwani and blah 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 blah, same shit everybody else be saying, you know. And then she was like, I'm not scared of her because I don't have no criminal like, all these things she was saying. She basically was saying that's how black people are. That's why you gotta watch what some of these people say. Like when Fibe, when she gets mad and she wants to start talking about, you know, you dark skin this, you dark skin that, right? Or when Deshaun, every time he wants to go off on his platform, he wants to start, you know, making all of these. And I don't have a problem with Deshaun. I really don't, okay? But I'm going to be, you know, I'm grown, okay? And he is a kid compared to me. So I'm going to speak on what I see. Now, when he gets upset, though, he's always making these negative connotations like, y'all must be got rent money due this weekend. I don't live in the poor, and I got an MD, and, you know, I got this and I got that, and I'm not hurting for $1, and y'all need to go and get y'all educated. Like, okay, hold your horses. Why are you, well, what does people talking about you have to do with their living situation, their social, economical status, if they got a baby daddy or not, if they know who their daddy is, if they got a 2-parent household, if they are smart, can they what does any of that have to do with somebody basically clowning you for laying up in the bed with Rico? I'm just saying, because that's a very specific, targeted, go-to descriptive, you know, mumbo jumbo that you spew out every time you're upset. When, how do you know some of those people that you're talking about, which a lot of them are, have money, have education, know who both their parents are not baby daddies, or, you know, have children, might not even be black? Like, how do you know what I mean? Like, why is that an insult every single time when you're not even knowing? Because he even did it to me, and I'm none of those things, you know. So I'm just saying, when people do things like that, you have to really give them the side eye. And when she was talking about Kwani, she was talking about, I'm not scared of her because I ain't never had to bail nobody out of jail. I don't have no criminal record. I don't have no tickets. And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And then she was saying about how Kwani's kids are adorable and all this other shit. But then she started talking about Kwani's name. There's these red flags. She did a Raven Simone. She was like, I would never name my daughter no Guanetta, that fucking ghetto ass shit. How do you think that looks on an application? Well, generally when people are naming their children, the last thing they're thinking about is what their name is going to look like on some white man's application, because that's the only person that's going to probably even bring up the fact of what this person is capable of doing and what they bring to the position, simply because of their name, right? Only a white person and a goddamn bootlicker like her would bring that up. And 2, you're having children with the highest hopes that they're going to be something. Meaning, if I have a kid, I don't care if I named them, you know, Shaquandra Ray. Because in my head, Shaquandra Ray, if she's a doctor, a lawyer, or any kind of productive member of society, I bet you going to take, you know, you get your ass locked up. I bet you if Shaquandra is the only lawyer that's going to represent you, you're not about to ask her, oh, I'm sorry, I just have, you know, a first-degree capital murder charge. Really quick, I need a lawyer, but I don't have any money. What's your first name really quick? Like, that's not going to happen. It just isn't. So, you know, she said that, and then she was also referred to her 2 little kids as nigglets. Now, simple-minded people are going to be like, okay, well, because this is what y'all simple-minded motherfuckers do over in this sector. You guys try and look for the easiest way to not see something for what it is, right? Like, people act like there's no nuance, like there's no double standard, none of that. They just, like with Miss Playful, right? That lady who claims that she is Creole or whatnot, but stay calling, you know, make all these lives dedicated to talking about tar babies and niggers and black bitches and saying it with hate and all of this vitriol and whatnot. And people were, you know, fake outraged because, to be honest, just because Seven brought it up, and basically because anybody brought it up but Fi, y'all, some people act like they were up in arms. But the minute that Fi said she was black, mind you, this lady could be white, looking like Britney Spears for all we know to this day, because we really don't know, okay? But regardless of what, the minute that Fi go, oh, she's black, everybody's like, oh, okay, that's fine. I even saw them in the comment section, like, taking up for her. And it's not. Especially if you are using it and you are basically, if you are black and you look white or present as white, or you are fighting for white supremacy, basically the same agenda, and you are basically operating for them and being an agent of that same cause, just because you're black, that don't mean I'm gonna overlook you and let you continue to infiltrate and cause divide and mayhem and all this shit. People are fucking, like I said, very, very much so, these people in this sector, whenever there's a real serious situation and it's not like us just roasting and gagging over some fake bullshit, we try to find the easiest way to take accountability off or to minimize it or whatever. Like, everybody over here is always trying to talk about women's empowerment or colorism and shit. But then we got a whole racist over here who is also disrespecting to women and their bodies and always calling, you know, the black women black bitches. And when he gets mad, he just called Tita Talks, he raggedy, blah blah blah, a cunt, and this, that, and the other. And I ain't heard nobody mention it. But yet, when me and her were going back and forth, and I definitely didn't get that, you know, and it was just one video, they tried to nail me at the cross. And I'm black. Okay. When he called Nicole Tyler a nigger bitch, nobody even said anything. He's a whole white man. And then called disrespected countless women. Ain't nobody said nothing. But then when we want to have an excuse to drag somebody over here, we want to put, you know, oh, they don't support women and all this, put all this fake shit on them because they said the word bitch. Okay, well, how about we go after the man who is actually calling y'all nigger bitches, as well as insulting y'all intelligence by calling y'all ignorant and stupid and dirty and all this other stuff. Oh, we're going to ignore that. Okay. And then when it gets brought up, it's, you just need to ignore and move. No. That's why now I just be, because it does matter to me, that's why I just be on my own far as when I be doing shit. I don't need a crowd. I'll let people know what's going on far as watch out, but I can fight for myself. And like I said, it's not even about a crowd, because if that was the case, then y'all would know about half of the shit I've done. But it's not. It's not about letting people know. It's about me quenching this urge and anger that I have inside of me, and you know, getting out and the putting up the fight that I need to put up. Because half the time, just like Uncle Tamisha and a few other people that I've blocked because I've seen them in his chat, all y'all gonna do is run and tell the slave master that we getting away, and have him come round us up and whip us and pistol whip us, fuck us, rape us, and then send us back to the shed. I mean, no. Can't do it. And then you got people like old girl who you just said, Tracy, who are so obsessed with winning or revenge that they will work with anybody, even if it's an enemy that will eventually take them out. Long as they have an ally to come after you, they will sign up for anything. I'm all down for people rebranding or rebuilding. I saw today in the news, I'm not gonna say the news, but when Chicago chick was making her, doing her news thing, and I'm not, I joke and clown and make my cartoons, but I don't go in like I could, y'all. It literally is not that serious to me. I've never tried to. I have a limit in my head. I won't tell anybody because then people will try and move the goalposts or push me, but I don't hate anybody on here but one person. And I won't go or do anything that would literally make someone lose or go without or hurt. And if I do find out any of those things happen, I would literally make it my responsibility to fix it. But that's why I have a limit. However, I say that to say that when I was watching Old Chicago Girl today, because nothing was on, okay, I'm not even subscribed, but I have started to watch recently. I don't have a problem with saying if I was subscribed or not either, but I'm not. But nothing was on this morning. Like, none of y'all niggas was live. I don't know if y'all was recovering or what, but she had went on, and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, I didn't even see nothing really that would make me have to make a video, because I don't just make videos making fun of her or anybody else just to do it. It ain't for clicks and views or anything for that, because I have all of that on my other platform. I don't need anything like that. So if I'm speaking on it, it means something. But what I made it almost through, and then I saw her. It was two things, but she brought up Trish, and was encouraging people to sign that tired ass. You know what? I ain't gonna say it because I'm just speaking on it, not bringing attention to it. And my whole thing is this. Trish was just dragging Fi. I probably got the receipt somewhere in my hard drive. She was just dragging her ass not too long ago. Not to mention she's a mod for Jason. Okay, and we've already popped her. Not to mention she got popped on Tubes Talk by her whole, not even by her, just her chat when the sector called in and pulled apart that whole fake, whatever, against Tracy and Rick and whatever. It was biased. And it was at the root of it another person who was obsessed and upset that nobody likes them but likes Tracy. Just like when people were feeling sympathy and feeling bad when her mom got posted. Yeah, people have a heart. And there were people who were literally mad that people had sympathy for Tracy. I don't get that. And that's what those people who get overworked, like Jason and Trish, who feel like, okay, it's one thing for everybody to hate me. I've been a loser my whole life. But why does she get to do certain things and they don't hate her? So then they feel like it's their job now to round up people that don't like her and try and form some kind of Power Ranger group or something. And then the people will round up for a second, right? But then when, it gets down to it, they realize themselves like, oh shit, these people are really obsessed and stuff. Because most people, if they don't like you, they just don't like you. They're not about to dedicate and quit their job and set up a command post in their living room and set up Operation Takedown and are like stalking you to figure out a weakness. And that's what happens when they go over to that side over there. They start talking to Trish and Jason, like, initially like, yeah, I hate her. tree dog, all that stupid shit. And then they're like, okay, well, we're gonna start up tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning come. They be up and early, ready. Jason and them, waiting with their military hat on, and ain't nobody showed up. And they wondering, well, where's everybody at? You guys said you were dedicated. Nah, because then people stayed their ass home because they was like, oh shit, bitch, you was serious? I thought this was just for YouTube. Bitch, you really over here stealing their underwear, going through their trash can and stuff? Oh, hell no. And that's what the normal people are doing. That's why that paper been out going on 2 years now. So why Chicago tried to, once again, bring that up? Because she's trying to deflect, and she's really good with, whenever she's in heat, she's really good at trying to bring up Sean Bradley, right? You notice she's been doing that. That's her go-to. And Sean had been paying her dust, and I hope he continue to not say a goddamn thing, because you know how they are. They will make 100 videos, and the minute we respond, that's when they go, see, they starting shit. They starting stuff. They can't keep my name out their mouth. So I hope he continue to, do his thing, because that's her go-to. She reported on him Friday. She was like, y'all, guess who making it seem like we care? Bitch, we don't care. Stop trying to make it seem like we worried about what Sean doing. Not like that in a bad way, but stop trying to make it seem like you just had to come on here and talk about it because the streets been no, we've been talking about your ass. And how the hell you gonna get over or make good on dropping, saying faggot. And we also trying to figure out what the hell you gonna do when February come and you ain't got no court date. Is you gonna lie? Because that's really gonna, it got exposed a week and a half ago that that was a cement when we found out that you don't have to pay for whatever it was you claimed you went to court for. Once we figured out it was free, the people with common sense was like, okay, yeah, that's a official for the people who didn't believe. And of course, everybody who supports you just overlooked it. But people like us, we didn't forget. It's just, we can only bring it up so many times in 1 week. But there'll be the court date coming up in February, and we'll see. Because like Billie Jean popped, that court date that you've been bragging on for the past 2 years is on a weekend. So I don't know if you're going to try and lie and be like, oh, I had the date wrong. It's really on that Thursday. We're going to see what excuse happened. Or if you just going to not talk about it. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Mm-mm. One second. Okay. Ooh. I had walked and I realized when I was on my way to the back, I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be looking on my hard drive for something. Y'all know when that weirdo get brought up, I just be, I almost had an aneurysm. But speaking of Mona though, since we already, I don't do this. I don't want her to come. Thank you, Berber, for the production donation. I appreciate you, girl. And shout out to all my mods in here. My mods, I love them. They're the best. And I let them run the chat. Like I said, y'all get blocked because I don't block people. I think I blocked like 2 people, and it haven't been in my chat. Well, one's in my chat, but just on here. So if something happened, y'all gotta take it up with them, because because they don't be blocking people either too. So you gotta take it up with them. You gotta trust your mods because they actually have a better idea of what be going on in the chat than the content creator. You know what I mean? And don't forget, if you're a content creator, take the time out to let them know, that you do appreciate them. Even if like the ones that you don't see every day. I think the only one that I don't really talk to a lot is Donna Jean, but I'm always on here and we talk a lot on YouTube. But and she's like, since I came on here though, one of the best, and I've talked to her from day one just for me coming and starting this account. But yeah, though, speak with them and just keep your relationship fresh and stuff with them. Okay, don't forget that. And shout out, I think I saw Miss Nisi in here. What's up, boo? Now, back to what I was saying. I got my receipt. I have a hard drive just for receipts. And I say that because I like to support a lot of people. And the thing about being online is that it is never anything short of a receipt. So I like to cover my own tail. A lot of the times I just be collecting my receipts just in case, because I've seen people in here. I'll be everywhere. I've seen people go from one chat, say one thing, go to another. I've seen people be in one chat, being a really good supporter, and I'll see them in an opposing chat as a whole nother person, mind you, right? But I be around so much, I'm like, I can tell, that's Jason, or I could tell that is, BBK or whatever. And I'm like, nah. Or what people have been doing more so is creating troll accounts with people's pictures and their name, because YouTube does not stop that. All you can do is have a more popular account. That way when people put your name in, yours will show up instead of theirs. But there's nothing that you can really do about it unless you file a impersonation claim, which is really hard unless you're like a celebrity. I think if you get verified on YouTube, you can get verified now. I think that stops people from copying your exact same name, but I still don't know. I don't even think that'll stop them. I think you just get the verification check and all that. But I like to just make sure that my ass is covered, because your reputation is all you have, and can't nobody lie on me on here. People have tried every once in a while, but they pretty much know they got to come hard with me to try and get me caught up in shit. That's why they make the troll accounts. And even then, people know me so well that they can tell when it's a troll account, because they just know how I move. I get screenshots all the time of people sending me troll accounts that I didn't even know existed. They're the ones who be pointing it out to me. Shout out to y'all. And they like, I had to block this person because they be modding too. I had to block this person, or is this you? I blocked you. If I blocked you, let me know, because this, account came in there today and I didn't think it was you. And it wasn't. But y'all just got to click on the account. A lot of times, y'all be just assuming and won't click on the profile because y'all don't want to leave the chat or be too lazy or whatever. And that's fine, but don't be making assumptions if you really didn't double check. Because when I do it now, what I do is, like, if I see somebody doing some shit, or if it's an account that I know, like I just saw Jason he was impersonating Tiffany Talks Too Much. She has not been on here in a minute, and I do not have her information. However, I think Tube Talks does. So I'm gonna, thanks for reminding me, send her that information over. But what I do now is I will screenshot the person that's being copied, but then I also have my screen recorder on. And this is just a tip to all y'all, because y'all know I like to give out my little tech tips. Have your screen recorder on, and when you see somebody like doing some foul shit and you know it's a troll, have your screen recorder on, because people lie too, like BBK, and say, oh, that wasn't me. Bitch, yes it was. Bitch, it was you. Okay, have your screen recorder on. Now it ain't good enough to just take a screenshot, because I can make a troll account of you and go in somebody's chat and say some foul shit, but take a screenshot of it and then send it and make like, oh, I saw such and such. No, you need to have a screen recorder on, click on the profile, go to their page, and have all that on the screen record, and then you keep that receipt, because if not, it's still not provable. You know, you need receipts on YouTube. So when niggas don't be having receipts on YouTube, if they're not really credible, don't believe them, because it's not hard on YouTube to find a receipt. Or if you don't have it, somebody else got it. Sometimes you can't, is because you be in the moment, and I try not to be, you know, like that, but sometimes you just be in the moment and you don't. Whenever you're in the moment is when you get caught slipping, or you see some shit that should have been caught and it wasn't. That's why I be trying not to get too caught up. Niggas be trying to make me laugh and kiki and butter me up and shit and catch me slipping. And when I see people like that, I be like, hold up. People already know. I be like, why are you being so funny? Why are you cracking so many jokes all of us? What's going on? I get to looking and shit. I am like that. I be everywhere immediately. Always have my third eye open, because it be some shit going on over here, and you just got to be smart. So if Nikki, if you have an Android phone, you can download a screen recorder. It's free. Just download one out of the App Store. DU Recorder is pretty good. That's what I'm using right now. Or if you have an iPhone, then what you do is you pull the little thing out the top, and then you see that red button. You click that red button, and then you go to it. I don't want to click it because I don't want my thing to go off. If you I'll do a video on it, or you can just run back to me if I haven't dropped the video yet. I blocked Tiki a long time ago. I told you about it, but I did it online. I unblocked it, so I don't know why it's still showing up. I don't know if hiding somebody and blocking them is the same thing. So when you unhide them, or I don't know what I'm saying backwards, but basically I think you can unhide somebody but they're still blocked. Either that, or you can block somebody but then they're unhidden. Either way it go though, I did it. So I don't know. I know that I can see her right here, because if I use any other program outside of YouTube, because I barely use YouTube unless I'm looking at chats, or if I'm in the chat with another person, I use another program. Like on this one, I can see everybody. Can't nobody hide from me. But on the screen, or if you guys look in your chat, you can't see everyone. Like if you look on the screen, the video right now, this white one where the names are orange, you'll see everybody in the chat. If you notice, everybody who's blocked, even if it's Jason and his 20 accounts, whatever, everything will be up there. But to y'all can't see anything. Alright, it's charged up enough. Let me pull something out. Okay. I wanted to show something on my hard drive. I'm gonna find a way though. I got them lost Mona tapes though. Even before, I told y'all, and they were trying to blame Tracy for that whole, oh, Mona talked to her, it was Tracy. No, I even got the video. I was looking yesterday for the awards. April was the one who jump-started that energy back up, trying to get people to deflect off her ass onto Tracy. Like, oh, and Tracy was never held accountable because she ain't do shit. And like I was saying, I have a video where Mona was talking about that shit on live to her fans, on March 31st or March 30th, before April, before she even talked to Tracy, before anything. She was running it down in her chat. She was like, I wonder what happened if I faked my death. You know, some of y'all will be dumb and be like, well, she didn't say she was going to do it, so it doesn't, like I said, dummies, you know, read between the lines. People don't just start wondering what people would do or react if they, you know, people found out they were dead and the next day they just coincidentally faked their suicide. Like, come on. People will kill me when they be trying to deflect or downplay certain shit. I hope this don't cut off. Okay. Let me look in here real quick. I want no porno to pop up. Okay. My bad. I just, like I said, you know, can't be exposing my goodies. Now, real quick, then we gonna go after this. I know y'all heard it before, but the difference is I cleared everything up and ran it through my magic machine and scrubbed it, smacked it, flipped it, rubbed it down a little bit, remixed it, threw some background vocals on there, and voila. So y'all tell me what you guys hear, far as if you had to tell me who this person was on the phone. Do I want to say their name? All right, y'all just, I'm gonna play it first. It's only like a minute. Y'all tell me who y'all think it is, and then I'm gonna say, because I don't want to influence y'all and put it in y'all head like this is such and such. And if y'all put the name in there and tell me who it is, don't put the name in there if you heard this before into the chat, because the people who have not heard it, I want them to have fresh ears. I don't want nobody to place anything on their mind, okay? Because if we tell you who it is, then you're gonna hear it. And if it's not who you think, like who I think it is, I mean, I know it's this person, but if y'all don't think so, then I would like to know that. That's helpful. But if you do and you get it right, you confirming it also means something else. So just listen to it. You've probably heard it before. If not, you've heard a clip of it. But here it goes, okay? Do I need to put any more context to it? Oh yeah, Wiley is one of the people, okay? We know who he is. That's not who I'm asking you. And then there is another guy on the phone, okay? Who has a really deep voice. That is not who I want you to pay attention to. So just listen. The two obvious men on here, because there's two obvious men, okay? Remember, because I'm going to have to keep repeating myself, because some people are going to be, when I get done playing it, they're going to be asking for the man that I told y'all not to ask for. Do not focus on Wiley or the other guy who is obviously a man on here, okay? Don't focus on them. Focus on the other voice. And you guys tell me who it sounds like. Especially when they say, only thing I'm going to tell you to pay attention to is when they say Brianna. When they say Brianna, who does that remind you of too? All right, let's go.
What's up, sister? Where you from? What's up, down? I'm from the Chicago suburbs. Where you from? What's up, sister? Where you from? What's up, down? I'm from the Chicagoland suburbs. Wow, so Chicago. All right. I'm gonna have to make a trip back to Chicago. And come. Are you from the west end of Chicago, or are you from the north end of Chicago? No. I live on the suburbs, like an hour away from downtown. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, are you from the west?
You hear the light?
Oh, this was not it. Hold on. Where's the mixed one? Oh, here it is. The mixed version. Sorry, my bad.
and clear his name
It's the clear one.
and speak, but I will continue.
Yeah, see how clear that is? Okay, yeah. The other one was a little, you know, it was giving me potato vibe. Y'all know I don't like when people call in on potatoes. Okay. This right here. Tell me what y'all, you know, who y'all think is on the phone. Remember, don't pay attention to the two guys on here. There's 3 people. Tell me what content creator the third person sounds like, and don't put the name in the chat.
And clear his name and speak, but I will continue to play this clip of the King, McKinley.
Oh, so what are you, King? Talk more about
So
it.
you like to do a lot of things. What you get into?
Are you good at what you do?
Oh, I forgot. That's Rico on the phone, too. Okay, don't pay attention to Rico either. We know who he is. We're paying attention to the voice that is not that obvious. Outside of the man, I sound like a math problem now, and some of y'all can't think like that. But I'll point out the voice that y'all supposed to pay attention to for the people that don't get it. But not Rico, not Wiley, and not the weird pervert guy who is like asking all these weird questions.
I haven't had complaints. I just can't stop people from fucking calling. Sorry, I can't stop people from calling.
All right. You must be good. You must be good.
So are you a bottom?
Are you a top or a bottom? I'm a bottom.
Oh.
Hairless
okay.
or hairy?
Okay.
Hairless or hairy?
I'm more hairless, but
Okay.
I don't shave because like I'm good down there. You know what I mean?
Okay, you don't go a lot. Okay.
Oh, you need to. Are you on Instagram?
Huh?
Are you on Instagram?
He like, oh shit.
What?
I can't show you that, you know, I'm fucking a ton. The hell? See, that's where you always gonna get them catfishes spooked and stumbled. When somebody say hun, they trying to figure out what to say. That's because the person, you know, that's because his ass been really up over here for a long time. And he finally, I don't know if he waited till he lost a little bit more weight, but he finally got up enough strength to open up a channel.
I ain't gonna tell you.
Why you ain't gonna tell me? What's going on? Why you ain't gonna tell me on Instagram? You don't want me to hit you up in the DM and send you our own nasty video?
And to answer your question, no, Wiley. Nobody wants to get a naked video of you in a DM. Ever.
Around here.
No, I'm not gonna give you a promotion.
I am versatile.
I'm not gonna give you. I'm not gonna put your video. I mean, I'm not gonna put your Instagram on these streets. I'm just gonna see how you look.
Oh wait, hold on. I had to slow down a little bit. Hold on. I did have it. I have it slowed down.
I am versatile.
I'm not gonna give you. I'm not gonna put your. I'm not gonna put your video. I mean, I'm not gonna put your Instagram on these streets. I'm just gonna see.
How about I give you a DM later?
Oh.
Yeah. Damn it, who's calling me? Damn it.
Where's Sexy Mike?
Okay.
The booty hole pink or is it brown?
Let me ask you a question, caller. Are you Caucasian or are you African American?
Okay, well, DM me later. All right.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, caller. Are you Caucasian or are you African American? Because it sounds like you're a little Caucasian.
Or Latino.
Right.
It's okay.
And that's dispelling one rumor. Because everybody was like, oh, that person's Latino. No. Y'all making it seem like y'all saw him. No. That guy just said, are you Latino? That's what the guy said. Not the person that I'm asking y'all to see. But the third person on the phone who we've been hearing, he asked, are you Latino? Some people who somehow in translation or the game of telephone, that ended up back on the YouTube streets as this person is Mexican or Latino, and they're not, okay? So for all those people who going around thinking, well, it's stuck in their head, that's their deal breaker, or that's the thing that they're saying makes old boy not king because you have it stuck in your head that he's Latino, that's not true. And I'm playing this for to Nicole and one other person who asked me to play this.
Don't make me answer them type of questions in these YouTube streets.
Okay, answer it. I would like to know
okay,
it.
Let me ask you this. Is your booty hole pink or is it brown?
No, you didn't answer that. No, you did not answer that.
I'm just say this. Brianna know what I am.
Okay. Hit me up on that Instagram.
Jose, I know you Hispanic.
Hit me up.
Jose.
Hit me up in that Instagram. You know, y'all need to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Wiley Show. Hit me up on my Instagram. If you are a follower of the Wiley Show, hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, I'm on there.
Where's Sexy Mike?
Okay.
The chocolate drop. Where's he?
All right. So if you all, hold on 1 second. If you all want to play that for your listening pleasures, you're more than welcome. The name of that video is Rico Tells His Story. That was a 2 hour, 19 minute, 25 second video that was recorded.
I know you, Jose. I know you Hispanic.
Hit me up.
Jose.
Hit me up in that Instagram. You know, y'all need to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is at Wiley Show. Hit me up on.
I'm just say this. Brianna know what I am.
Okay.
There's another piece. I don't want to scan for it right now. Y'all heard the way he said Brianna. But y'all pretty much get where I'm going. Lovely Love, do it again. I'm gonna block you. And we know that's Wiley. What up, Zero Tolerance? What's up, Rick? Okay. You're walking on eggshells, Lovely. You're walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't know how it is over here. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But if I see some other weird shit, you already know. We're going to send you on a one-way on the Nike Express, okay? I didn't say the name. So push 1 if y'all think that sound like Trey. And push 2 if you don't. If it don't sound like him to you. Now, granted, I tried to mix it a little bit in that process just now because I was listening to Wiley talk. And I'm like, his Wiley's voice sounded a little bit different. So I probably like overdid the treble. And like I said, I know some of y'all in here, y'all just look for anything in order to make y'all not have to think about something. So I might hear everything else. He might even say, yo, my name is Trey, but then the voice may have been off a little bit and y'all would have been like, you know, that's not him. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all were on the fence. And as a disclaimer, like I said over here in our sector, we just make commentary on each other. And the best way out in the streets to not be talked about is to act like you don't care. And to, if you're going to lie about something, lie about something that can't nobody confirm. That's why Lie Babe get away with so much shit. But if you are people are poking at you and you go out of your way to act like, you know, that you don't care, they gonna poke more because they done touched a spot. And then if you're lying about it, when you already know damn well on here, okay, these people will pay for your background checks. They will send runners down to the courthouse. They will find and bribe somebody that work at your hospital so they can get your health records. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know we got people over here, and let y'all in on a secret. There are people, subscribers, who work at the DMV or work in positions that they can get information. And everybody's human at the end of the day. So don't ever, that's why don't put your pastor, don't put nobody above the mess. Okay? Nobody. So the reason why this was such a nagging thing was because, when you're lying about something and is willing to leave a mess everywhere you go, meaning, you know, you're causing the fallout between friends, and you are, you know, calling people out their name and sending your trolls after them because they're not lying for you, then you've created a personal problem and a reason for people to have, you know, ammo or fuel to lock in on you, you know. And like I said, let it go. And the reason why he pulled that same tactic that Wrench and everybody else do, when they know somebody knows too much, they block you because they don't want you to bust them out. Because it's inevitable that we're going to run into each other on these streets. And a lot of the times they will do their best and avoid trying to have you see them on they fuck shit or fall out with you. Or, you know, if you're always coming for them and they never respond, because they don't want to even go there with you because they know that you can dead everything and that you have something, or you are privy, or you know something that cannot be rebutted, or cannot, it's like you can't deny it. And like I said, that's what we do over here, and that's it. I don't give a damn about this boy. Okay, I do not care about views. Okay, I don't care about I'm not jealous, none of that. I'm not. Okay, I really am not, because that's what his trolls were jumping up in the chat saying. And I normally wouldn't even address nothing like that, but just because it was said in a big chat and I didn't say nothing back, I don't want nobody to think that they punked me or that, you know. Because, trust me. Okay. I don't give a damn. Oh, I ain't got no problems with you, ZT. And to be honest, because let me say this too, I didn't have any problems with you before. Now, Tracy is my girl. I rock with her at the end of the day. And before me and you were like in the same chats and stuff, just like if you have a friend and they had an issue with somebody, you're not immediately going to take up a liking to them. I didn't have a problem with you. I will say I did not like that last incident, and I'm so much like not a judging type of person, because if Tracy has, you know, overlooked it and she's, you know, I'm not saying that y'all besties or nothing, but she respects and be cordial, I don't need to hold on to nothing, and I don't need to bring it up. I did not like that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody would. But I don't have an issue with you. And, you know, I respect what you are doing. And, you know, you fuck with my homeboys and stuff. And you're here. And also, I really used to fuck with you when you were cool with SB. And even that, you know, because that's like my people too. But, you know, we don't have no issues or anything like that. I don't have a reason to, you know, we could definitely be cordial or whatnot. I want to say that because I know people be trying to stir up shit. And I don't have an issue. I really don't. But I will say, though, I saw my feed today that old boy must be jealous of y'all because he reposting. I'm trying not to say this stuff because I don't really give no attention to it. I just don't know if you saw it. But I'm like, why is every time somebody be cool or something good happen in somebody's life, this nigga come out the woodworks trying to plant seeds and get everybody riled up against one person? But then when you say something or even mention this person, they want to whine and talk about why you coming for me. I don't never say nothing about you. Why you got your name on me? You don't know me. But always talking about other people. When I got doxxed a month and a half ago or a month ago, I didn't have no reason for this dude to put my information out there or comment on it or anything. And the first thing he said was, "Oh, you be speaking." I don't talk about you. I don't watch your channel. I don't have a problem with you, but it was no reason for you to jump in and dogpile on. People get talked about every day. If I've never had an issue with the person and I don't even know them by mutual friend, I'm not about to get involved. It is what it is. But that person over there always will wait until you mention his name one time, even if it's just, something that's not even bad. But the minute that you say it, they will write it down and will use that as a reason to come after you in the near future. Because they're not that sensitive. They just want to have an excuse because people are messy. And they don't want to admit it, so they gotta, I did it because of this, I did it because of that. But when you have a whole website dedicated to receipts or showing people's naked pictures and all this other stuff, all them people on there ain't did something to you. You know what I mean? All of them can't be coming for you. Yes, you was, Tracy. I don't know if she's over there, but I'm gonna go check on her. But yeah, that was it, you guys. If you missed anything in the live because it was pretty lengthy, I would suggest you go back and look. A lot of it is just us talking in between, like little banter, but there are like some nice juicy things in here that you can watch straight through, like the video in the beginning, and there are a couple of receipts. I'm gonna start timestamping my shit in the comment section because I know we can get to talking and be going on and on and on. I know. But other than that, though, I'm about to clock out. I appreciate everybody who came and kicked it on the night crew. My night shift team, I appreciate it. If y'all gonna be doing a block patrol tonight, let me know. Hit me up on the neighborhood watch email if anything happened. I usually am up, so if it happened, I'm usually there too. You know what I'm saying? But if for some reason I'm not, drop it in the Discord or on the email. And yeah, when I get up and do my morning gossip and whatnot, I will mention it. Now let me go, because I've been on here talking for a long time and my husband's sitting here, he's still up, and I'm probably getting on his nerves. So I appreciate everything, the support. Y'all know I love y'all and I fuck with you if you fuck with your boy. And until next time, which is not too far from now, because I know I'm always on here, y'all. This YouTube shit is addicting. And I sleep with one eye open anyway, alright? Especially when you got somebody like Jason stalking your ass. Oh yeah, King ZT, you might want to go check the beginning of this video and throughout this too for your stalker friend. You had it right the first time, And he another one that y'all gotta watch out for, because the minute that live happened, because he was in that chat, he jumped on his live, and you know he's jealous too. He's very jealous hearted and crazy too. So y'all gotta watch out for him. And he be trying to do shit, ruin people's lives and create shit. Like he takes it to the next level, like jealous. So now he gonna try and, you know, plant some cocaine in your tire bumper, or, you know, swat your house or some shit. Something that'll get you really thrown off your square. So keep an eye out for that booger right there. Other than that, all right, y'all. Bye. Oh, wait. I'll play the music on the way out. And I gotta play my song, my theme song that I made. I'm gonna record this, and then we're gonna have a good exit song. Tripping off. I'm about to play it. Trash, clean the aisles out. Ushers, open up the emergency exit doors and make sure everybody grab their bags and stuff. Grab their chips and stuff, because, you know, I'm just trying to do a quick sweep while we closing tonight and be out. I ain't trying to be up all night cleaning up. And we got a crew coming into the morning, and it do not need to be dirty up in here. Okay.
To Father, won't I belong to? Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
And support Kwani. I forgot. Go over there and support Kwani. Oh, y'all still in here? Damn. Okay, let me play something else. We done though. This is just the, you know, the movie, the music they play at the end of a movie, while everybody's, you know, sitting around watching the credits, or they ain't ready to go to the car yet. You know, y'all ain't gotta go home. Get the hell out of here. Well, we're gonna play a couple more songs though, cause that's what we do.